Now, us men, we typically associate the so-called biological clock with women. But it seems the male biological clock is becoming more and more of a worry, with some men even turning to sperm freezing. And actually, sperm production and quality can decrease with age. So, Mark, I'm going to come to you first. Have you ever thought about your biological clock? Be honest.
I thought you were going to ask me, have I ever frozen my sperm?
Well, have you?
That too, yeah. No, but I certainly have thought about my biological clock. You know, my daughter Layla is 2 now and I'm 41, so it took a lot of research to even, because we had Layla through surrogacy, and it took a lot of research to kind of get to the point of knowing how to even do that.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, let's say 5 years ago, I Googled, you know, how to do surrogacy or whatever, and the reason that I kind of finally got there was I felt the push and the pressure of time and age and sort of myself moving on into my 40s. And I kind of just thought, you know, and you hear a lot of people talk about this, you know, I want to be able to run around with my kids, you know? I want to be able to, you know, have fun with them. I don't want to be too old to kind of, you know, play football with them or, you know, do all those things. And I definitely want to go to Ibiza with them when they're 18. So, you know, I kind of didn't want to kind of get to, no, you're definitely not going to Ibiza, Layla, OK? But, yeah, I just wanted to kind of, I wanted to sort of still be as young as possible, as well as being a father, because I was best friends with my parents as well as that parent-child relationship.
Mark, did you, like, growing up and obviously dealing with what you were dealing with sexuality-wise, did you always want to have a child?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, there was never any representation or visibility of, you know, same-sex or gay parents. And so, weirdly, before I even realised I was gay, I was like, oh, when I have a kid, I'm definitely not doing this. And if I ever have a kid, I'm going to make sure they do that. And then all of a sudden, that all kind of went away because I was like, I'm gay, so I'm probably not going to have kids. And then I seen a documentary on TV, would have been, I don't know, 2009, 2010, about this family who a lot of people will know, a British family who had children through surrogacy. And all of a sudden, I was like, whoa, I actually can have kids.
Google.
Yeah, and I mean, now, it was kind of quite a few years before I actually Googled how to do it for myself. But interestingly, it just goes to show that visibility is so important. You know, visibility of representing any kind of... And
the world is evolving, particularly with, you know, in that world
yeah,
as well,
absolutely. But, you know, it depends... Like, even if it's not to do with sort of same-sex parents, it could be visibility for anything. Yeah. It's so important that there's a diverse representation across the media. And it wasn't until I seen that TV show I even realised I could be a dad, you know? And that is the reason why I eventually became one.
What about you, Shane? Did you... Be honest now, did you ever think of your biological clock growing up, or did you leave that to your wife?
Genuinely, I haven't thought about it until today. But, like, I had kids very young. You know, I got married at 24. We had Juliet and Nicole at 26. Oh. So I kind of had my kids, like, you know, my eldest now is 16. So I'm the same age as Mark, and my eldest is 16. His, you know, Layla's 2. So, genuinely, no, but I know that listening to it and just hearing about it in general, I think a lot of guys probably don't realise it, because you always think of a woman can have a baby until such an age. Yeah. You know, whereas you hear about men having babies that are 60s.
Yeah, Ronnie Wood from the Rolling Stones had a kid at like 69 or something like that.
Yeah, so there you go. So everyone goes, oh, that means I can have a kid whenever I want. But your sperm does decrease in, you know...
See, I think lads on
as
that...
you get older.
I think lads really don't think about it. And they really just think, I know, when that day comes, it'll happen and it won't be a problem. Yeah. And then... Even if it becomes a problem, I think it's more usually the girl who will be going.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that the everyman thinks about. I think the everyman thinks that, you know, we have sperm and sperm lives forever or whatever you want to call it.
Or swims forever, Keane, I think is the word you're looking for. Swims forever.
But I definitely think that we do think about a woman's biological clock a lot more. But for a man, I think we want to have children younger. So going back to what Mark was saying earlier on, so that we have the energy. Yeah. You know, I have 3 little boys, so my energy needs to be full on. Now, if I was to fast forward 10 years and I'm in my 50s with 3 little boys at you know, the age of 8,
and surfing,
6 and 4.
Surfing.
And surfing as
you
well.
Might have the energy
but, you know,
as much as you would now.
The tiredness is hard. I mean, I went out for a few drinks with my brother a few weekends ago on a Saturday night in London, came home on the Sunday, and all they wanted to do was wrestle, and I was like, oh, my God, I can't do this. You know, because you just realise...
It brings on grey hairs as well, doesn't it, when they want to wrestle?
I covered it with the blonde highlight.
Anyway.
So next topic is...
Listen, guys, you're just too good. I've got to pull the plug here because I'm starting to get nervous.
We were going to keep going.
Okay.
Seriously.
Honestly, I so enjoyed listening to that. The connection between you 4 is just so strong, and it's just so...
We were loving loving it, weren't we, lads? We were.
Thank you very
agreeing
much.
with-
Do you want to take another break and we'll keep
Oh, no,
going?
it was so
And next
good.
week as well, maybe we can do.
Yeah. And Cian, we love a blubberer. I
know.
We love
Nothing wrong with
a
blubbing.
blubberer.
Everybody needs to blubber more, if you ask me.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, thanks so much.
Thanks for
Time
having
is
us.
up for this
Thanks for
part
letting
of
us
the
do
show.
it.
Oh,